Hello friends, how are you? This is AB's tutorial for basic maths. You all know basic maths includes arithmetic, algebra, mensuration, trigonometry, statistics and geometry up to 10th level. So, these episodes on maths will help all the candidates appearing in any competitive entrance examinations like bank, SSC, REL, LIC, NET, income tax, etc. And also all students reading in school level or appearing in the 10th level exams from any board. So friends, today we will start profit and loss part 1. Now before starting, we must know, we want to practically clear our concept regarding what is profit and what is loss. So this is a cost price and we write it as CP. Cost price means CP, cost price. Okay. Now we draw a line here, and if we go back side, the back side, that is in negative side, this is our loss. Okay, this is our loss. And if I move in this side, the right side, so this is our positive side. This means, yeah, thank you, positive means we are gaining something. Thank you. So this is our profit. Okay, so whatever it is a loss or profit, all these things are measured as a percentage of cost price, as a percentage on cost price. Now if the cost price be rupees 100 and the loss is 15%, then what is SP? What is the value of SP? SP means selling price. Thank you, selling price. What will be the value of selling price? Because negative, this is negative, so what we will do? We will do the 100 minus 15. This means 85. So rupees 85 is the selling price. Okay. Now if it is you see that this is 15% profit. 15% profits. As the profit is also measured as a percentage on cost price, so what we will do, the selling price in the case of profit will be 100 plus, here it is minus, here it is plus. Okay, so 100 plus 15, this means 115 rupees, 115. So this is our basic concept. That if we earn more on cost price, then this will be our profit and the amount will be profit, and we will to find out the percentage of this profit on our cost price. Okay, and if it is loss, again the same thing we will follow. We will to find out what is the percentage on cost price. Okay, thank you very much. Now in another concept is what you just see. Sometimes some problems are set on the concept, only on this concept. They usually say that an article is being sold at a certain price. At certain price, the article has been sold. Okay, certain price, SP1, certain price. Had it been sold, if I could sell it at more than 50 rupees, this is more 50 rupees more. What will happen? They say that the new SP, that is the SP2, selling price 2, will make a profit naturally. So when the SP1, that is when we sell it in loss, it becomes 5% loss, and when we sell it more, 50 rupees more, let the profit be 20%. Let us analyze the problem. At first SP1, We are selling an article at 5% loss. Now, it may so happen that I have the opportunity of selling it 50 rupees more. Then the SP2 comes, okay? And this makes a profit of 20%. Now, the question is, what is the CP, the cost price? What is the cost price? Please, thank you. This is what it is meant. This is meant that it is in the negative side. I have just told you, this is negative side, this is positive side. So from this point, SP1 point, from this negative point, if we want to move towards this positive side up to SP2 selling price, second selling price, this difference is in the form of percentage. In the form of percentage, the difference of the SPs is how much? 5% and 20%. 5% and 20%. This means 25%. Is it clear? From this negative 5%, we are moving towards positive 20%. From this negative 5%, we are moving towards positive 20%. So, in the form of a percentage, the difference is 5% and 20%. And this percentage has been calculated on what? On CP. On CP. Okay? If it is 100 rupees. Okay? Now, we see that in the sum it is given that not 25 rupees. They are saying that 50 rupees. 50 rupees. If we sell the article 50 rupees more, then and only then we can make a profit 20%. Okay, so we may write here what, that the rupees 25, yes, rupees 25 is a difference when the CP cost price is rupees 100. Rupees 25 is the difference when the cost price is rupees 100. Now, what will be in case of 1? This is 100 by 25. Okay, and what will be given in the problem? It is given in the problem that the difference is rupees 50. So when rupees 50 is the difference, what is the cost price? Now 100 into rupees 50 by 25. This means if we cancel 25 and 50, this becomes 2. So rupees 200. Rupees 200 is the CP, the cost price of the article. Is it clear? In this way problems are set. We must make it very clear that profit and loss is a concept which is more or less than the cost price, and it is calculated, or it is expressed in the form of a percentage on the cost price. Cost price naturally may vary from rupees 1 to infinity, but it is expressed as a percentage on cost price. Okay, so if we go through the examples, we will always try whether this is on cost price or this is on selling price. Is another concept. Sometimes problems are set. Just what they are doing, they express the amount of loss or the amount of profit as a percentage on selling price. on selling price. This is a separate way of thinking. We will study it, we will know it, all these things, practice all these things after some examples, after doing some examples on this concept where profit and loss is being calculated on cost price. Okay friends, so let us go to our problems. Here we have two problems. Number one is an article is sold for rupees 720 at a loss of 10%. At a loss of 10%. Find CP, this means cost price. And the number two problem is an article is sold for rupees 240 at a profit of 20%. Find CP. So from our previous discussion, let us analyze this problem number one. The solution. What will be the solution? The solution. Okay. From our previous discussion, we know that at a loss of 10%, at a loss of 10%, at a loss of 10%, okay, at a loss of 10% means, at a loss of 10% means what? At a loss of 10% means the article, if the cost price of the article is 100, then the SP is 10% less, the rupees 10 less than the cost price. So let the CP cost price be 100 rupees 100. Okay. Now according to the problem, as it has been we have the businessman has sold the article as rupees 720 at a loss of 10%. So let the cost price be 100, and as a loss has been incurred and it is rupees 10 in case of rupees 100 cost price. So loss is 10. Loss is rupees 10. Then the SP will be how much? Selling price will be, we will just subtract rupees 10 from our CP, and this becomes rupees 90. This rupees 90 is what? This rupees 90 is the selling price of an article. If the article is sold at a loss of 10%. Only this statement, I am not taking this into consideration, rupees 720 I am not considering. I am just considering this thing, a loss of 10%, only this portion I am considering. This is loss of 10% means let the CP be 100, or if we may say that if the cost price be rupees 100, loss is 10, and the selling price will be 10 rupee less than the cost price. So 100 minus 10 is equal to rupees 90. But in the problem, what they have given that rupees 720. It is not 90. It is rupees 720. Now what we will do? This is again unitary method. Same thing. Thank you very much. When we get rupees 90 as selling price, now when the cost price is rupees 100. Thank you very much. So SP selling price, SP is rupees 90 when CP is how much? CP is rupees 100. In this way we write in unitary method, selling price is rupees 90 when cost price is rupees 100. Now what will be it in case of rupees 1? This will be, we know, 100 by 90. And what will be in case of rupees 720, and it has been given in the problem, rupees 70, what we will do? 100 into 720 by 90, and if we cancel it by 8, so it is rupees 800. 100. Rupees 800. Okay, so this is the cost price of the article. So again, let us revise it at the very beginning, as we are in the very beginning of our profit and loss class. So whenever any article or anything is said that it has been sold at a certain percentage of profit or loss, what we will do, we will at first consider the cost price as rupees 100, and then if it is loss, we will subtract this percentage. Here it is given 10, so we have subtracted rupees 10 from this cost price, and it becomes rupees 90. Now we will see, after doing all these things, a loss of 10%, after working it into mathematical form, working it down in mathematical form, we will see, really this is rupees 90 or something else. Actually, in the problem it will be something else. So what is it? Now this is rupees 720. So in unitary method we will write the SP is rupees 90 when the cost price is rupees 100, and when it is 1 it is 100 by 90, and when it is 720 it will be this, like this. This way of writing statements in maths you will follow in our class works. In our class works we will follow all these steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, like this. But in competitive exams, as you know, bank, railway, LIC, even NET, everything in any type of competitive entrance exam, practically what we have to do, more or less 60 sums, 50 sums within 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So if we go on practicing in this way, after writing these statements, we work out the sums. We will not be able to attempt or solve all the problems given in the competitive exam. So what we will do, we will just start from here. We will start from here, just like this, because after practice you need not write all these things. You can do this sum mentally from here. You can do this sum mentally from here, because 10% means rupees 10 subtracted from 100. So this becomes 90. SP is given, so we will start from SP and we have to find out CP. So CP cost price will be the right side. So 90, 100, 100 by 90, 720 is like this. So only these steps you are to follow, and you need not write even these things. You need not write all these things. Let us go for the second exams. In the second exam we will try to so we are now able to work out the sum, the steps, as we will follow in our competitive exams. So in solution 2, number 2 questions, we see that an article is sold for rupees 240. An article is sold for rupees 240. Okay, so article is sold for rupees 240 at a profit of rupees 20. As a profit of rupees 20. As a profit of rupees 20 means, what we will do, we will add rupees 20 with 100. We will add rupees 20 with 100. So SP will be 100 plus 20. This means 120. 120. Is it clear? 20 is profit, so we are adding this rupees 20. Now 120 is SP is 120, CP is rupees 100. If it is 1, it becomes 100 by 120, and in the problem they have given that this is rupees 240, so we'll write against 240, 100 into 240 by 120. This gives 240. This gives our 2. So this becomes 100 to the 200 rupees. 200 is the cost price. You see, Here we have reduced the number of steps. We can further reduce these steps because we need not also write these steps. In school level, I am again telling, in school level you are bound to write each and every steps. But if the question is set in multiple choice type, then you need not write these steppings. You just do all these things mentally. 10% loss, this means 90 is the SCP. We have to find out cost price. So 90, 100, 1 is what, and the given is what. Or 20% is profit, 20% is profit, this means 120 SP, sorry, so 120 SP and gives 100 CP, 1 means 100 by 120 and the given is rupees 240 and will 100 into multiplied by 240 by 120, this becomes, you need only do this working. You need only do this working. Okay, let us go for another example from where we will be able to some extent slightly different form. Let us practice another sum. Okay, here we have 3 sums. You see, the pattern of these sums are to some extent not so identical with the number 1 and number 2 exams. Okay, what's the difference? What's the difference? Let me at first discuss where is the difference in between these 2 patterns. The ratio of cost price is to, that means cost price is to selling price. CP is to SP is 5:6. Find the profit percent. I am to find out the profit percent. Now the ratio is CP and SP. The ratio in between CP and SP, I mean cost price and selling price, it is 5:6. So solution number 3. You see that if the common ratio be X, so CP might be 5X. This is common ratio X. Common ratio be X. Then CP is 5X, isn't it? And SP is 6X. And the difference between SP is 6X, this is SP, sorry, let me write SP. Selling price, SP is 6X. So we know the difference between the selling price and cost price is SP is greater than CP, this is profit. And we see that this cost price is here 5X and selling price here is 6X. So the difference is profit. So profit becomes 6X minus 5X. This is equal to X. And what we should do, we have to find out the profit percent. The profit percent means on what? Profit percent. The concept is, thank you very much, the concept lies on cost price, on cost price. So we write that if, but when CP cost price be 5X, profit be how much? Profit becomes X. And if it is 1, this becomes X by 5X. And profit percent, so when it is 100, the profit becomes X into 100 by 5X. So X and X cancels, from 5 and 100, this is 20, this becomes 20%. So the ratio of cost price and selling price, if 5:6, find the profit percent. The profit percent is 20. Okay, now let us go for the problem number 4 and 5. 4 and 5 to some extent is identical, because here we have discussed on the percentage on selling price and the relation of the percentage of on selling price with cost price, and vice versa also. 10% loss on CP is equivalent to gap percent on SP. So now we know that 10% loss on CP, 10% loss on CP, this means 90 rupees, 90 be the SP, 90 be the selling price. So, and the amount of loss is rupees 10, amount of loss is rupees 10. So when SP is 90, loss is rupees 10, isn't it? And when it is 1, it becomes 10 by 90, and when it becomes 100, it becomes 10 by 90 into 100. Okay, so this becomes 100 by 9, 11 9 0 99, so 11 and 1 by 9%, 11 by 1, 11 and 1 by 9%. So 10% loss on CP is equivalent to 11 and 1 by 9% on SP. What we have done, we have practically used our previous concept. A 10% loss means we need not write these steps, that let the cost price be 100, as the loss has been told that it is 10 rupees 10, so the SP will be 100 minus 10 is equal to 90. You need not write, but in school level you may write one statement here that the cost price will be 100, so SP be rupees 19. Now you can follow these steps. Yes, when SP be 90, loss is rupees 10, when 1 and when 100. According to our unitary method, we will be able to find out this 11 and 1 by 9%. In the same way, you see the number 5 and the last example of today's class. In the next class, we will go for some different patterns of profit and loss. To say very frankly, we will try to work out as many as possible problems. So it may be 100 or 150 also, in such that we will be able, so that we can cover all patterns of profit and loss problems, and when the concept is will be clear, you need not take any help from any textbooks or from any other person. Okay, thank you very much. Let us start number 5, and here it is said that 20% profit on SP. 20% profit on SP. This means if SP is 100, let me write it because this is a new pattern, so I am writing it. If SP be, let SP be 100, rupees 100. Now within this 100, within SP, how can we get a selling price? It is the addition or summation of cost price and profit. This is a selling price is what? Selling price is cost price CP plus profit or minus loss. We know all these things from our previous discussion. So this let SP be 100. This 20% profit has also been made from this rupees 100. This means profit is included here. So profit is 20, and so cost price will be what? Cost price will be, if we subtract, thank you very much, if we subtract this profit amount from the SP, we will get rupees 80, and this will become the cost price of the article. Because it is a side change, profit is equal to cost price plus profit. If you change the side, SP minus profit is equal to cost price. If it is loss, then selling price plus we have to add the loss. Naturally, we have to add to loss to get the cost price. So here it is clear. Let SP be 100. When SP is 100 and profit is 20, we must subtract rupees 20 from the selling price to get this cost price. In this way, we have got our cost price. Now, we investing rupees 80. We have made profit rupees 20. We have to find out on CP. This means we have to write, go for CP. When CP cost price be what? Be 80. Profit is 20. When cost price be 80, profit be 20. When it is 1, profit becomes 20 by 80, isn't it? And when it is 100, it becomes 20 into 100 by 80. So 20 and 80 cancels, this gives our 4 and 100 cancels, this gives our 25. So 25% is the answer. So 20% profit on selling price is equivalent to 25% on cost price. So these are the basic concepts and the way of working out or do with this basic concept what type of problems are set. In the next class we will go for another types of profit and loss and we will do more examples. Okay, bye, goodbye, see you the next episode.